need to find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The Federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
You are watching Random Plays. This is Radio Gamer, back on track, loud and clear. Last time we've had Scattered Burns as we mix Hunter's Fury with Imperial Dynasty. And now we would be continuing our status build series as we play along with the Hunter's Fury gear set. This time we'll be getting unlimited disorient sources and we will be stacking up our status effects percentage. One gear that would boost our status effects is the Firm Handshake named item. This is a Sokolov glove and it would be a perfect combination since it synchronizes with Hunter's Fury for the benefit of the SMGs. For sure enemies would be walking in confusion 70% of the time. How do we do it? So just to get the hang of it, let's get started. First thing that would come handy in this gunner specialization is this talent called Barrage. And since we will be using the SMG's 5% increase, rate of fire will be totally be a plus. And as we use this SMG, of course, there will be a lot of ammo consumption, and this supply line talent over here will be helpful as well, since it will be generating 10% of total ammo capacity every 60 seconds. Party members recover 5%. And in synchronization with the Hunter's Fury, this incessant talent in tier 3 will be helpful as well, since we will be getting another 10% armor and kill, and from this we will be having a total of 30% armor and kill. And last but not the least, this will be helpful. This is the Banshee Pulse. This will be the main highlight of our build, and this will be one of our sources for continuous disorient status effect. This Banshee Pulse launches a forward arc of pulse energy that disorients enemies caught in the wave. For our weapons, first on the list would be this exotic called Lady Death. And right even before the release of the Hunter's Fury, Lady Death is already devastative. So imagine equipping this with Hunter's Fury and gain another 15% bonus SMG damage. It will totally rip off your enemies whether in PvP or in PvE. The one that I have here is a Gudrel, which is 105,000 damage, 15% SMG damage, 21% crit hit chance, and 6% damage to armor. And the great thing about this exotic is this talent called Breathe Free. When moving, gain 4 stacks per second or 8 stacks if sprinting, up to 32 stacks in total. Each round fired consumes a stack, amplifying damage by 75%. And also, kills grant 20% movement speed for 10 seconds. And since we are equipping the Hunter's Fury, we want to utilize the other 15% shotgun bonus given by this gear set. And thus we will be equipping this named item called the Mop, and we have chosen this to further increase our armor and kill percentage, specifically 10% armor and kill. The one that I have here is a guard roll as well. It is for 1.1 million damage, 15% shotgun damage, 12% damage to armor, and of course 10% armor and kill. And since we will be inflicting a lot of disorient status effects, Vindictive would be totally be a plus, in which killing an enemy with a status effect applied grants you and all allies 15 meters for 15% crit hit chance and 15% crit hit damage for 20 seconds. Since we are now done with the weapons, let's now go with the gears. So the main idea for the setup is stacking up our status effects, that is to increase the duration of the disorient status given by the Apex Predator. So the first thing that you want to equip is this named item called Firm Handshake. This is a total fit as well for our Hunter's Fury because this is a Sokolov glove and it will be giving us 10% SMG damage. So from this one we will be having 15% status effects and 15% weapon damage. Next thing would be this holster. This is from Golden Gear, and I have here this 9.4 status effects rolled by default, and I have rolled this for 15% weapon damage. So from this Golden Gear we will be having another 10% status effect. And of course, for the main highlight of our build, we will be having the Hunter's Fury, 2 of which for 15% shotgun damage, 15% SMG damage, 3 pieces for 20% armor and kill, 100% health on kill. And if we equip all of the 4 pieces, we will be having this talent called Apex Predator, in which enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds. It stacks up to 5 times. And since I do have the backpack over here, we have Overwhelming Force, which increases the radius of disorient status effect on Apex Predator kills from 5 meters to 10 meters. And having the chest part over here, we will be having this Endless Hunger, which increases the duration of Apex Predator stacks from 10 seconds up to 30 seconds. Well, from the mod slots, I have chosen all of the red pieces for crit hit chance. So just to show you a preview of our stats, we will be having 57.4% crit hit chance, 62% crit hit damage, and for the armor on kill, we will be having 217,000 armor on kill. So once again, I have stacked up the status effects and I'll be showing you each of the gear pieces. For this one, for the mask, I have 9% status effects by default, and I have rolled this 15% weapon damage. For the backpack, I do have here the 15% weapon damage by default, and I have rolled 10% status effects. For the chest, I do have 10% status effects by default, and I have rolled this for 15% weapon damage. Now for the last piece, for the knee pads, I have 8.9% by default, and I have rolled this for 15% weapon damage. So aside from the Hunter's Fury Gear pieces, I have looked for a golden piece with status effects by default. In my case, it is 9.4, and I have rolled this for 15% weapon damage. And of course, for the named item, which is the Sokolov Glove, this is Firm Handshake. This will be giving you 15% status effects, and I have rolled this for 15% weapon damage. And since we have stacked up our status effects, this has also taken in effect with our skills. From the one that we have, the Banshee Pulse, this disorient status will be taking in effect for 7.9 seconds. And for the other skill, you can choose any of your preference, but I have chosen the Reviver Hive for this setup, but you can also go for a Crusader Shield. Now lastly, as usual, I'll be showing you the preview of our stats. And by special request, we are making a shoutout for our fellow agents, namely Micah Pawig and Carl De La Peña. Thank you for your continuous support. That's it for the video. If you like it, please give a thumbs up. And please do subscribe to my channel. I will really appreciate it for more upcoming Division 2 videos. Once again, you are watching Random Plays. This is Radio Gamer. Over and out.